Did you know that your everyday bowl of oatmeal could be quietly harming your heart, depending on what you mix into it? It's a tough pill to swallow, especially if you've been trying to make healthier choices as you get older. Oatmeal has a great reputation, and rightfully so. On its own, it's gentle on the stomach, packed with soluble fiber, and helps manage cholesterol and blood sugar levels. But here's the kicker. Once you start adding the wrong toppings or mix-ins, many of which are marketed as healthy, that same bowl can quietly become a sugar bomb, a metabolic stressor, or even a long-term threat to your heart, liver, and kidneys. After the age of 60, your body becomes more sensitive to blood sugar spikes, additives, and certain fats. Digestion slows, your insulin response changes, and your liver and kidneys work harder to process what they once handled with ease. The things you add to your oatmeal can either support your body or quietly overwhelm it. And the scary part is, most people don't even know which ingredients are causing the damage. In this video, we'll dive into 7 common foods that older adults often add to oatmeal, and why each one could be doing far more harm than good. Some of these might surprise you, others you may have trusted for years. But by the end, you'll know exactly what to avoid, and how to keep your oatmeal as healthy as you intended it to be. Stay with us till the end, because simply removing 1 or 2 of these from your routine could mean better energy, steadier blood sugar, and even protection for your liver, kidneys, and heart. Breakfast should never work against you, especially when it's something you eat every day. Number 1. Brown sugar. More harm than you think. Brown sugar may look a little more natural than white sugar, but your body processes it the same way, especially as you get older. Adding a spoonful into your oatmeal isn't just sweetening your breakfast, it's spiking your blood sugar. This leads to feeling tired, foggy, and even hungrier later in the morning. Over time, these blood sugar spikes wear down your body's insulin response and increase the risk of type 2 diabetes, even if you think you're eating healthy. As we age, the pancreas produces less insulin, and the body becomes more resistant to it. When you throw fast-absorbing sugar like brown sugar into the mix, it's like pouring gasoline on a fire. Your blood sugar spikes, then crashes. This can lead to more belly fat, inflammation, and damage to your blood vessels. I remember hearing from a woman named Linda, 67, who swore by her healthy breakfast of oatmeal with brown sugar and skim milk. She couldn't figure out why she always needed a nap by mid-morning. After a review of her diet, she removed the brown sugar, and within a week, her morning energy leveled out. "I didn't think a spoonful could be the problem," she said, but it was enough to trigger the cycle. Brown sugar doesn't come alone. It often brings cravings for more sweets throughout the day. That's because sugar triggers dopamine, the brain's feel-good chemical, and when it wears off, you're left reaching for another sugar hit. It's not about willpower, it's simple chemistry. If you still want a bit of sweetness in your oatmeal, try adding a few slices of banana, or a dash of cinnamon and vanilla. These add natural flavor without causing sugar spikes. The key isn't avoiding sweetness altogether, it's about choosing the kind that won't overwhelm your body and leave it struggling to recover. Starting your morning with stable blood sugar helps everything else work better: your mood, your memory, and your metabolism. By removing just that 1 spoonful of brown sugar, you're giving your body a head start that lasts all day. Number 2. Artificial sweeteners. A hidden hazard. Artificial sweeteners may seem like a smart choice, especially for seniors watching their blood sugar. But the reality is more complicated. These sugar substitutes, often found in colorful packets, might save a few calories, but they can quietly disrupt your metabolism, gut health, and even liver function over time. Here's why. Your body expects sweetness to come with calories and energy. When it gets sweetness without calories, as with sucralose, aspartame, or saccharin, it gets confused. This mismatch can mess with insulin response, increase cravings later in the day, and slow down metabolism. For older adults whose hormonal balance is already shifting, this disruption can make it harder to lose weight, control blood sugar, and avoid gaining belly fat. There's also the matter of liver load. Many artificial sweeteners are processed by the liver, and while they don't directly spike blood sugar, they still add stress to an organ already managing medications and age-related slowdown. Over time, this can lead to fatigue, poor digestion, and elevated liver enzymes, sometimes without any obvious symptoms. I recall a man named Richard, 74, who loved mixing sugar-free syrup and sweeteners into his oatmeal every morning. He thought he was being smart about his blood sugar. But when his liver test came back elevated, his doctor suggested cutting out the artificial additives. Within weeks, his digestion improved, and his lab results followed suit. "I thought I was helping myself," Richard said. "Turns out, I was just giving my liver extra work." If you want a hint of sweetness in your oatmeal, try cinnamon, nutmeg, or a splash of natural almond extract. Even a bit of real fruit can satisfy your sweet tooth while delivering fiber and antioxidants, things that no lab-made sweetener can offer. Your body has been working hard for decades. It deserves real nourishment, not artificial signals. Number 3. Dried fruits. More sugar than you think. Dried fruits might look like a wholesome addition to your oatmeal. After all, they start as real fruit. But once dried, the water is removed, concentrating the sugar and turning a handful of raisins or cranberries into a sugar bomb. The natural sugar in dried fruit, mostly fructose, is processed almost entirely by the liver. Unlike glucose, which muscles and brain cells use, fructose goes straight to the liver and can be turned into fat. For older adults, this can quietly contribute to fatty liver disease, a growing concern even among non-drinkers. A few tablespoons of dried cranberries, for instance, can deliver over 20 grams of added sugar, sometimes enhanced with syrup during processing to keep them soft and sweet. Even unsweetened dried fruit like dates or raisins deliver a powerful hit of natural sugar. I remember hearing from a man named George, 69, who always added a handful of dried apricots to his oatmeal. He thought it was a smart way to get more fiber, but he noticed bloating after breakfast and rising blood pressure. When he switched to fresh blueberries, his bloating eased, and his doctor noticed an improvement in his numbers. "I didn't realize those little pieces could do that much damage," George admitted. If you love fruit in your oatmeal, go fresh. A few slices of apple, a handful of berries, or half a banana can offer sweetness with water, fiber, and nutrients that slow sugar absorption and ease the liver's burden. It's not about giving up sweetness. It's about choosing the kind that supports your body, especially in your 60s and beyond. Number 4. Flavored oatmeal packets, a hidden minefield. For those living alone or wanting quick breakfasts, those little flavored oatmeal packets seem like an easy, healthy choice. Just open, pour, and stir. It feels simple and comforting. But beneath the friendly labels often lie additives, high sodium, and artificial flavorings that can quietly harm your health, especially after age 60. Let's start with sodium. Many flavored oat packets contain 200 to 300 milligrams of sodium per serving, and that number climbs if you add milk or cook with salted butter. It might not sound like much, but combined with sodium from bread, canned soups, or snacks during the day, it can push your system beyond safe limits. This is especially risky for seniors managing blood pressure, heart concerns, or kidney health. And the flavors? Most aren't real. Flavored oatmeal often relies on synthetic flavors, sweeteners, and thickeners to mimic natural taste. These artificial additives don't nourish your body. They simply make your liver and kidneys work harder to filter them out. For aging systems already handling years of medication and inflammation, that added load matters. I recall hearing about a woman named Mary, 73, who had eaten flavored oatmeal packets for years, sometimes 2 a day. They felt easy and healthy, she said, but she noticed puffiness and swollen hands. After switching to plain oats with her own apple slices and cinnamon, her bloating eased and her morning blood pressure readings improved. "I never thought a little packet could do all that," she said. The truth is, many heart-healthy claims on these packets are just marketing. For real benefits, stick with plain rolled or steel-cut oats. Add your own fresh fruit, nuts, or spices. It takes only a few extra minutes, and your body will thank you. Number 5. Non-dairy creamers, a sneaky source of trouble. Non-dairy creamers might seem like a harmless way to make oatmeal creamier, especially if you're lactose intolerant or cutting back on milk. But many of these creamers are filled with harmful ingredients, hydrogenated oils, trans fats, and artificial additives that can quietly damage your heart, liver, and metabolism, particularly as you age. Even products labeled trans fat-free can contain small amounts if the serving size is small enough, and these amounts add up over time. Plus, emulsifiers, thickeners, and fake flavors don't nourish your body, they burden your liver and kidneys. This added strain, over time, can contribute to chronic inflammation, a driver of heart disease, joint pain, and even cognitive decline. I remember a man named Frank, 75, who used powdered creamer in everything: his oatmeal, his coffee, even his soups. He loved the taste and didn't want to buy multiple products. But he started experiencing digestive issues and rising cholesterol. His doctor advised dropping the creamer, and within 2 months, Frank's lab numbers improved, and so did his digestion. "I thought it was just powder," he said. "Didn't realize it was messing everything up." For a creamy touch, try unsweetened almond milk, oat milk, or a splash of real dairy cream if tolerated. Even a spoonful of plain yogurt can work. These options provide clean texture and real nutrients. Number 6. Store-bought granola, a deceptive trap. Granola might seem healthy, natural, even heart-friendly. But many store-bought granolas are packed with added sugars, oils, and preservatives, turning your well-meaning oatmeal into a sugar and fat overload. To achieve that crunch and shelf stability, granolas are often baked in syrups or oils, like canola, soybean, or palm oil, that promote inflammation over time. Even low-sugar varieties often use honey, rice syrup, or cane juice, natural-sounding, but with the same blood sugar impact. For seniors managing prediabetes, energy dips, or belly fat, this matters. Plus, portion sizes are tricky. Labels might show a serving of a few tablespoons, but most people pour much more, adding hundreds of extra calories and carbs. I remember Ellen, 71, who loved adding granola to her oatmeal for crunch. When she realized she was adding more sugar and fat than a cookie, she swapped it for chopped walnuts, and her blood sugar readings and afternoon energy improved. If you want crunch, try plain toasted seeds, coconut flakes, or raw nuts like almonds or pecans. Number 7. Protein powders. More isn't always better. Many older adults are told to add protein to breakfast for energy and muscle strength. While true in principle, using processed protein powders in oatmeal can introduce hidden ingredients and strain your body. Many powders contain artificial sweeteners, thickeners, and synthetic flavors, things your liver and kidneys need to filter out. For aging bodies, too much protein, especially from powders, can burden kidneys already handling years of additives and medications. I remember Dennis, 78, who added protein powder to his oatmeal daily. His kidney test crept upward, and his doctor traced it to the powder. Switching to real food sources like eggs or nuts steadied his levels. "I thought more was better," Dennis said. "A spoonful of Greek yogurt, eggs, or nuts gives your body natural protein, balanced with other nutrients, and without the hidden chemicals." Your morning bowl of oatmeal might seem like a simple, healthy habit, but what you mix into it can make the difference between boosting your health or quietly harming it. Each of the 7 foods we covered, brown sugar, artificial sweeteners, dried fruits, flavored packets, non-dairy creamers, store-bought granola, and protein powders, carries its own hidden risks, especially for those in their 60s, 70s, and beyond. What matters most isn't just knowing what to avoid, it's understanding why. Because when you realize how an aging body responds differently to sugar, additives, and chemical-laden ingredients, you start to see how even small daily choices can ripple through your energy, digestion, blood pressure, and even mood. And here's the good news: you can turn things around with just a few mindful adjustments. Your oatmeal doesn't need to be fancy. You don't need packets, powders, or sneaky sweeteners. Just real, wholesome ingredients, like cinnamon, fresh fruit, nuts, or clean milk, can give your body the support it needs, without the strain. These are choices that offer calm, not chaos. They give your body the clarity and nourishment it deserves, especially after years of working hard for you. And when you start your day with food that works with your body, not against it, you set the tone for the entire day ahead. So, take a moment to reflect. Which of these 7 troublemakers are you currently using? And which one are you ready to swap for a better alternative? Thank you for joining us today. We'd love to hear from you. Leave a comment below sharing one thing you learned and how you plan to use it in your life. Your insights are important to us. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share it with someone who might need it. Your support helps us continue creating content that informs and inspires you. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.